Hi everyone, welcome to day 3 of our preparation for our feast day. And today our virtue is fortitude. So today we're going to be looking at the virtue of fortitude. Fortitude essentially is courage. It's where we have the courage and the bravery to do the right thing, even though it might be a really difficult thing to do.
Fortitude. What is it? Not cheating on a test, saying no to peer pressure, not participating in the teasing or bullying of others. Just think about this. Does it apply to you? You may think that this word, fortitude, means bravery, and it does, in a sense. But it is so much more than that. It is the pursuit of good, and it is staying strong when things are difficult. A saint who showed fortitude was Saint Joan of Arc. She was born into a poor family, but fought in the French army despite being female. She is recognised as a hero of France, and stated that she was acting under guidance from God. Take a moment to think about these questions. When have you shown fortitude in your life? When could you show fortitude in the future?
Behind me is the Evangelorium here at English Martyr School in Leicester, and it's a place where the gospel is kept, but also it's a reminder of the structure at the Tyburn Tree where the English martyrs were killed for their faith. They showed great courage in standing up for what they believed in and not renouncing their faith. And so they are really good examples to us of how we can live out fortitude. Another really good example is another martyr, St Maximilian Kolbe. Now his is a really famous story, and we're going to have a reminder of that in a minute. Here's someone whose example we're going to be encouraging you to follow today as we try to be a bit braver in our everyday lives.
St Maximilian Kolbe was the patron saint of journalists, media communications and the family.
St Maximilian Kolbe is a great example of how we should live in our ordinary lives.
Absolutely, yeah. He showed great courage in his life. So Maximilian Kolbe was around during World War II, and during World War II he hid Jewish people to make sure that they were safe, and eventually he was caught doing that and was taken to Auschwitz, where he spent the rest of his life. Whilst he was at Auschwitz, one of the prisoners managed to escape, and as punishment the Nazis chose 10 people to be locked into a basement and starved to death, basically. And one of those 10 people was chosen, and Maximilian Kolbe put his hand up and said, "I will go instead," and replace that person.
Priest Maximilian Kolbe offered himself in replace of another person.
He then spent the next 2 weeks living and giving comfort to the people that were in the basement with him, and actually at the end of that time he was the only person left, and so the Nazis gave him the lethal injection, killing him. The person who he stepped out for went on to be free at the end of the war and carry on the rest of his life having grandchildren and a larger family.
St Maximilian Kolbe is someone who showed great courage and faith in God.
Absolutely, and a great way of kind of highlighting that we as ordinary people can become saints as well.
So we've been hearing about Maximilian Kolbe and how he showed great fortitude and courage. One of the times in our lives when we can do that. One of the times when we see things going on that aren't right and we need to have the courage to step up and do something about it. On your worksheet, you've got some time now to think about some examples of when you've seen fortitude, when you've seen people being brave and courageous. So in a moment, I want you to think of 3 examples and write them on your sheet. Then, in the last box, you're going to see if you can think of how you can be brave today or this week. Maybe it might be about if you see something going on the playground or around school that you think shouldn't be happening, being brave enough to stand up and do something about it. Maybe it might be that you're struggling with something and you've just kind of buried your head in the sand, and today you're going to stand up and you're going to ask for help. You're going to be brave enough to put yourself forward and get the support that you need. Or maybe it's being brave in trying something new that you've not tried before. Maybe today you're going to make that decision that you're going to do something new and you're going to get out of your comfort zone. Whatever it is, have a think about it today and pop it on your worksheet, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.